Hello guys, this is Matthew from Team Crimson. I am bringing you a standard Granblue deck profile for Nightrose. And to start it off with the grade 3s, obviously 4 of Nightrose and 2 Skull Dragons for my grade 3s. I see people tech Kakaitis in as a 1 of, some players tech him in as a 2 of. I don't see why the deck would need him, although I have thought about playing him at a 1 of. And now moving on to the grade 2s. For Columbard, it's a staple in the deck. He target mills a card for a CB, which is pretty nice, and then calls something out. So on grade 2, he allows you to rush, allows you to multi-attack, allows you to call out Ripple Banshee, draw a card. There's just so many options with Columbard there. Still running 4 copies of Greed Shade, because obviously he lets you fix your hand. So even if you don't have Nightrose but you've got Skull Dragon, you have the potential with Greed Shade to discard Skull Dragon and add Nightrose back, or whatever you want in this situation, which it's very nice. Playing 2 Stormride Ghost Ship. Now I've seen people play this at a 3 of. Personally, I like playing it at a 2 of because it's a dead card in hand. And even if one goes to damage zone, you can still target mill the other one out with Columbard, and it works really well with the deck. Playing 1 Thin Mist Banshee does pretty much the same thing as the Ghost Ship, except it only gains a 10k when it's placed by a card's ability. Still allows you to draw one, and it's still a 24k attack on a Nightrose swing. And then I'm playing 1 Captain Nightmist. Reason being is you're going into late game and you don't have a field, you don't have any Negrobones in drop or any Cutlasses in drop, and you don't have many cards in hand. Say you do have a Columbard in hand or Nightrose, you can call Columbard out. Columbard's skill to call Nightmist out, not Nightrose, Nightmist. Call Nightmist out, his skill CB1, call Ripple Banshee. Or the other thing is, on a Nightrose, call out Columbard, Ripple Banshee, or whatever you prefer. Even the grade 3 Searcher, the 10k. So call out Columbard, call out whatever booster you want, call out Nightmist, now his skill CB1, and then you can call out another grade 1 behind him. So now you still have another column that can potentially hit, and then whatever skills go off for whatever you call. It's a nice combination. I don't see him at more than a 1 of. You could take Ripple Banshee out, play him at a 2 of, or Thin Mist. I would honestly just play him at a 1 of, if anything. You could play Rune Shade in his place to mill 2, but the deck has room for a lot of 1 ofs, and you can get away with it now with Columbard. And then for my grade 1 lineup, I've got obviously 4 Tommy the Ghosty Brothers, because you definitely want to play him, especially with only running 6 grade 3s. 4 Negrabone, just because this is an obvious one. He's in drop. You can call something out to multi-attack with. I play 2 Ripple Banshees. Same thing with the Ghost Ship. I don't see the need to play more than 2 of this, just for the simple fact, if one does go to damage, you still can search the other one out with Columbard. You could play it at a 3 of, you could play it at a 4 of. It's a 12k booster, 17k with Nightrose, which is nice. It lets you draw one for a Soul Blast. Just from playing this deck, you don't have a lot of reride options, or the chance to reride that often. So running out of soul does become a problem with her when you go into late game. And then I am running 2 Skeleton Sea Navigators. I see a lot of hate. A lot of people don't like to play this card just because the mill 5. You can mill 5 triggers. You can mill 5 normal units. It's either or. You can mill both. It's player preference with this card. You don't have to play it. But personally, I like to play it because with Negrabone, you gotta have 10 and drop to call back anything. Otherwise, he only calls back a grade 1. Still very nice, but with him, especially if you get him early game, and once again, you can call him out with Columbard or Night Mist. You can still rest 2 mill 5, and then that gives you the potential to hit pretty much whatever you want and drop. I am also playing 3 Cutlass. Cutlass is a very nice countercharge, call from drop option, and it does mill 1. Playing Night Mist in the deck, you do need counterchargers. You could always run 4 Cutlass, 1 Navigator, being as you can target mill it out with Columbard and see that. I play it as a 3 of, because you can still get 2 countercharges off of it, which gives you 7 counterblasts total in a game to use. Obviously the 5, then you countercharge 2, gives you 2 more. Most of the time, if you go past 3 grade 3 turns, you're gonna need the countercharge. But a lot of times the game doesn't go on that long, especially with the meta the way that it is right now. It's all player preference on how many Cutlasses you wanna run, but I don't know. Me personally, I like him at a 3 of. If I need to play him at a 4 of, I will. But I haven't run into a game yet where I have to countercharge that much per se. And now onto my trigger, my zeros. I run 2 30k Crit Sentinel, and then 2 Draw PG. The reason I'm running it this way is because you generate Protect on its own, and a lot of times the discard cost for the Draw PG is a little bit rough, especially if you got to use 2 PGs in 1 turn. So you use Protect Marker, drop something, and then you got to use one of these to drop something. It drops your hand significantly, so plussing a lot from Ghost Ship, Ripple Banshee, you know, really you're ultimately discarding it, whatever you're drawing for those 2. But there are matchups where you do want to have the extra Sentinel PGs. Kagro, one matchup where you definitely need draw PGs against it. MLB is another one, because he's swinging with 18k, 28, 38k plus crit. So a lot of times you will need the PG on decks like that with big numbers. And then going up against Link Joker too, it's a little bit of a rough one. You can use these some of the times, you can use PG some of the times, but the lineup is pretty good. I like it at the 2 and 2. I might play 3 and 1 or vice versa, depending on how the meta shifts. I also run 4 of the Clam Crit, 4 Rough Seas Banshee, so a total of 10 crit, 2 draw, and 4 heal. I like running 10 crit, 2 draw, 4 heal. I've thought about changing it to 12 crit and 4 heal, no draw. But like I said, I like having the option to fetch another PG out of drop with Greed Shade potentially if I need it. And then I play, obviously, Granblue as a starter. Because I love his art. And he's just a cool guy. I do like Captain Night Kid though, but Granblue it is for me. And that concludes my standard profile, my standard deck profile. Yeah, tell me what you guys think, what you guys would run, or what you guys are running. And remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.